Have you ever wondered why you still feel so heavy even when you aren't really doing anything? Welcome to this explainer. I am incredibly glad you're here right now. If you've been feeling overwhelmed or just deeply tired lately, I want you to take a slow, deep breath. You're in a safe space. Today, we're exploring a beautiful and honestly life-changing framework based on one simple truth. You are not lazy. You are emotionally exhausted. And over the next few minutes, we're going to use this explainer to gently guide you back to a place of peace and uncover exactly how to heal. So let's just dive right in.
So have you ever felt completely exhausted, even after getting a solid 8 hours of sleep? Think about it. Have you found yourself snapping at the people you love most? Or, maybe crying over something incredibly small, like dropping a spoon or a tiny change in your schedule? Or perhaps your mind just will not slow down no matter how hard you try to rest. If you're nodding your head right now, I want to validate exactly where you are. That deep, lingering tiredness, it's not a sleep deficit, it's an emotional one. Here's a pretty surprising psychological fact. When your nervous system is trapped in chronic anxiety, it consumes a massive amount of physical energy just trying to keep you safe. You are literally burning fuel while standing completely still. And notice the contrast in how we talk to ourselves about this. On one hand, we hear that toxic internal narrative so many of us default to. I just need to work harder. I just need to be stronger. I just need to push through. We're constantly telling ourselves that we are the problem. But look at the reality on the other side of that mindset. What if the problem isn't that you're weak? What if the reality is that you've simply been carrying too much for way too long? You aren't failing at life. You are quietly surviving each day instead of truly living it.
All right, let's get into section 1, the truth about exhaustion and the reality of living in the future.
Here's where so many of us get it wrong. We're taught that stress always looks like these massive panic attacks or high-stakes drama, but it actually doesn't. Stress is so often just the exhaustion of living quietly in the future. It's feeling emotionally numb, losing interest in things you used to love, and letting your mind race 10 steps ahead of where your body actually is. We have to stop trying to solve tomorrow today. Your body is right here, in this exact moment. But your mind? It's already worrying about next week or next year. What if I fail? What if they leave? When we borrow tomorrow's worries, our nervous system honestly doesn't know the difference between a real threat and an imagined one. It reacts as if those terrible things have already happened. So how do we stop that spiral? The next time you feel that wave of anxiety pulling you into the future, just stop and ask yourself, what is actually true right now? Anchor yourself in this exact second. Right now, are you safe? Can you take just one slow, deep breath? Can you solve just one small problem today? Peace literally begins the moment we stop borrowing tomorrow's pain. Which brings us to a really powerful realization. Healing doesn't always begin in your mind. Sometimes it begins in your body. So many women believe they're just bad at relaxing. But the truth is, your nervous system has simply forgotten what safety feels like. You've been rushing, multitasking, checking your phone nonstop. Your body is stuck in survival mode, pumping out stress hormones even when you're just sitting on the couch. So instead of trying to outthink your stress, give your body physical cues of safety. Drink your tea slowly. Go for a walk without your phone. Show your nervous system that it is actually safe to let its guard down. And that brings us to section 2, releasing the pressure and dealing with invisible expectations. One of the biggest sources of your exhaustion isn't actually your packed schedule or your to-do list. It's the secret, invisible pressure you put on yourself every single day. We can define this pretty simply. Perfection is pressure wearing a beautiful disguise, and perfection is absolutely exhausting. You want to say the right thing, make the perfect decision, look your absolute best, and never, ever disappoint anyone. But perfection isn't peace. The happiest women aren't perfect, they're simply willing to be human. They give themselves full permission to learn, to grow, and to be beautifully imperfect. And letting go of perfection ties perfectly into this next concept, healthy boundaries. I absolutely love this definition, self-respect that creates emotional freedom. You have to protect your energy like it's your most valuable resource, because it absolutely is. Not every conversation deserves your attention. Not every invitation deserves your yes. Remember this, every single time you say yes to a draining situation, you are quietly saying a definitive no to your own peace. Loving boundaries aren't selfish, they are pure self-respect.
And then there's the modern trap we all fall into. On one side, you have your everyday, beautiful, messy life. On the other, someone else's highlight reel. Social media makes it so incredibly easy to believe everyone else has it all figured out. But comparison steals the joy of your own unique journey. Instead of asking, why am I so behind? Try shifting your focus. Ask yourself, what beautiful thing already exists in my life today? practicing gratitude completely changes the way you carry your everyday life.
Okay, let's move on to section 3, rewiring your inner world through everyday habits.
We've talked a lot about mindset shifts, but how do we actually put this into practical action? Well, it starts the second you open your eyes in the morning. If you wake up and immediately check your emails or scroll social media, your brain is instantly in reaction mode. Instead, try these slow rituals. Open the curtains, stretch, drink some water, journal, read just one inspiring page. Taking just 10 peaceful minutes for these grounding activities tells your nervous system, hey, I'm not being chased. I am allowed to begin slowly. That is such an incredibly powerful message to send your body first thing in the morning.
And throughout the day, pay attention to your inner voice. Would you speak to your best friend the way you speak to yourself? Probably not, right? Yet we quietly repeat thoughts like, I'm not good enough, or I'm so behind. Your mind believes what it hears repeatedly, so we literally have to swap that harsh criticism for deep compassion. Change I'm so behind to I'm growing at my own pace. Change I messed up to I am learning. The words you choose become the emotional home you live in.
So the crucial point here is that we must actively make space for joy without the guilt. Joy isn't something you earn, it's something you practice. So many of us postpone our happiness. We say, oh, I'll relax after this project is done, or I'll enjoy life when everything is finally perfect. But life rarely becomes completely stress-free. You have to practice joy right now, right in the middle of the mess. Dance while you're cooking. Buy yourself some flowers. Go watch the sunset. These small moments remind your brain that life is so much more than just endless responsibilities. Which leads us right into our final pillar. Section 4, productivity is not worth, and discovering your intrinsic value.
This might just be the most transformative realization of the whole explainer. Peace often begins exactly where control ends. Some of the deepest exhaustion we feel exists because we just keep fighting reality. We try to change people, predict every single outcome, and control how everyone else sees us. But you cannot control someone else's choices. You cannot control every circumstance. Acceptance isn't giving up. It's choosing not to waste your precious, finite energy fighting things that are completely beyond your control.
And that leads us to the ultimate comparison. The world constantly celebrates living like a highly productive machine, constant achievement, endless output, but you have a heart designed to breathe deeply. You do not have to earn your right to exist. You do not have to prove your worth every single day through your output. Your heart was not designed to live like a machine.
I really want you to let this sink in. You are valuable, even when you're resting, even when you're healing, even when you're moving slowly. Sometimes, the absolute most productive thing you can do is simply rest. Healing isn't about becoming someone new. It's about returning to the version of yourself who feels safe, calm, and deeply alive. You have always been enough. You just need permission to slow down and choose peace.
As we wrap up this explainer today, I want to leave you with a thought. You don't need to change your entire life overnight, but just ask yourself, which gentle habit will you try first? Will you start with a slow morning? Will you try speaking to yourself like a best friend? Choose just one small habit and let it be a gift to yourself this week. You deserve peace. I would love for you to share your choice in the comments below, because your experience might be exactly what another woman needs to read today. Thank you so much for learning with me today. Be incredibly kind to yourself, and remember to protect your inner peace.